Most people prepare for IPMAT to crack it, but there are few people who prepare IPMAT to dominate it. And we have one student who dominated IPMAT 2025. He secured All India Rank 3 and he is there in front of me right now. I know, we have already taken his set of journey in one of the interviews that was published on Supergrad YouTube channel. But today it's not going to, today in this particular session, we're not going to talk about journey. Journey ki upar baat hogi, Raghav.
Yes.
And I think that has already helped students as well. In this particular episode, we are going to decode something that's really, really important for the student audiences. And that's why student audiences from Delhi Center, CP, has joined over here in front of all. And some of the parents are also there in this particular crowd who are here to ask questions that perturb them in this particular journey. So, I am preparing for IPMAT, but I am facing this issue. I am facing this strategic issue. I do not know who to ask. Somebody who has gone through a successful journey, someone who has shown the face to the entire world that he can crack IPM with this flying color, is the right person to answer it. Very warm welcome, Raghav, once again on Supergrad's YouTube channel. Now, my first question to you from this particular dais, मैंने jot down किए हुए हैं. मैंने मुझे थोड़ा homework करना पड़ा इसलिए just give me 1 second. मैंने students से पूछकर ये questions jot down करे. When you were a couple of months into preparation and still left unsure about your direction, right?
Yes, sir.
What was the shift in the mindset or the method that brought clarity to your overall strategy?
So first of all, I gave a mock.
Okay.
So that mock told me like in which parts of the paper I'm weak, in which sections I'm weak, in which topics that I'm facing problems. Like for me in Quant it was mostly geometry, and in verbal it was the part where I had to read and comprehend.
Okay.
So the more focus has to be on that part. And once you are fully done with the syllabus, then like you can also cover the whole syllabus in a few days. Like it's not like a huge syllabus. You can cover it in a few days.
All right, in a few days only. Yes. It should not be a problem then, right?
Yes.
So quantitative aptitude is a pressure zone for many of these students. Yes. How did you train yourself to perform under time constraints without compromising on accuracy?
Yes.
Any particular drills or routines did you follow that point?
Yes. So first of all, my initial focus was on accuracy when I started my preparation. But once I got good with that, then I started moving towards speed, towards improving my speed of answering questions. So the strategy that I used was timestamps. Okay. Like in QASC, there is no problem for speed because you only have 15 questions.
Right.
So you can easily manage them in 40 minutes. In QA MCQ, that is where we generally face this problem. So I had prepared timestamps like by the 13th question of QA MCQ, like I should have at least like 20 to 25 minutes left. So that much time I should have. Like in the actual paper, I had 21 minutes left. So I knew that I was going a little slow. So I increased my speed after that. So it helps me manage my speed. And also,
very, very strong move. Just sorry for interrupting you in between.
Yes,
I think many of the audiences may not be knowing that, so अभी तक की पता है रेसिपी क्या होती है? सिर्फ एक्यूरेसी पे काम करो, स्पीड पे नहीं करो. अगर आईपीमेट इंदौर का एग्जाम है और स्टूडेंट्स को और क्या बताया जाता है? रोहतक और जिपमेट के लिए आप स्पीड के लिए काम करो, राइट? बट ये है एक्चुअल स्ट्रेटजी वेयर यू आर एक्चुअली वर्किंग ऑन द एक्यूरेसी फर्स्ट, देन यू आर वर्किंग ऑन द स्पीड लेटर, and then you actually balance the two. And really time stamping technique is really going to help you all. And राघव बता रहे थे कि वो MCQ के लिए हेल्पफुल है, बट नहीं, वो उतनी ही हेल्पफुल रोहतक और जिपमेट के लिए भी होने वाली है, राइट? यस, कंटिन्यू नाउ प्लीज.
Sir, same for DILR set also. Like I made sure I did the DILR set in the end, but I tried to make sure that I had at least 8 to 10 minutes left by the time I reached the DILR set. So basically that's all.
Okay, now mocks become a turning point for many toppers.
Yes.
Okay, but they also break morals.
Yes.
I think all of you agree with it, right? Okay, so they break the morals as well. खासकर जितने dropper student हैं वो जानते होंगे कि they have faced mock के जो scores जब आते हैं ना सामने स्क्रीन पर, उस वक्त बस लगता है कि लैपटॉप फेंको या बंद कर दो. सही में. How did you use mock test not just to assess yourself, but to actively improve and evolve your strategy as well?
So first of all, I would say I work with the order of the questions.
Okay.
Like especially in Rohtak, you have the liberty to change the order of the section as well.
Right.
Like you can do English first, then maths. So I experimented with the order. So in Indore, I experimented with like, should I do the DILR first or in the middle or in the end? So that's how I use my time analysis.
Okay.
For the questions, like I focused on my weaknesses. Like wherever the question was easy, but I was not able to get it. So I was like, was I not able to get it? So then I would practice that topic and then improve upon that. And I forgot the other part of the question. Sorry,
So the second part was, how did you use a mock test, not just to assess? So I think you have already answered it, but to actively improve and evolve your strategy as well. So and finally, how are you working on the strategic part as well?
Yes, the strategy, as I told you, experimenting with the order.
Right.
Yeah, the timestamps thing, so that you know that whether you're going too fast or too slow. So basically, that helps you better.
I think you have already answered that as well.
Sir.
Was there any point in your journey where you actually felt stuck in performance plateau? And what is this performance plateau? Like scores stopping, completely improving. So,
Yes, sir.
था क्या ऐसा कुछ?
Yes, sir. There was a point when I stopped revising. Like when I completed the syllabus once, I was like, now I don't need to revise. Now I just need to give mocks again and again, and I'll improve.
Okay.
But that is not how it works. Like every time I give a mock, I was getting
तो
the same
होता क्या?
score.
Memory परेशान करती है? अगर
Yes, sir.
revision नहीं करते तो memory परेशान
disturbs
करती है.
a lot, especially in topics like geometry, which are very vast.
Very vast.
So you have to like revise them again and again.
So okay. So you brought in revision
Yes,
to
sir.
come out of this particular performance plateau stuff. Verbal ability section is often underestimated. What exact practices helped you master reading comprehension
Yes, sir.
and para-based questions specifically, or para-jumbles you can say?
Yes, sir.
Did you build a reading habit or solve it technique?
Sir, for both of them, sir.
Okay.
Because I think my base was very weak when I joined Supergrads. Like as I told you yesterday as well, VA was my biggest weakness when I joined Supergrads. So the first thing that I did was to improve my basics. I started reading more. I started reading EON essays.
So क्या टाइम ब्लॉकिंग की हुई थी रीडिंग के लिए? बहुत सारे बच्चे मुझे बोलते हैं कि यार मैं 12th बोर्ड में पढ़ रहा हूँ, मुझे रीडिंग का टाइम नहीं मिलता. Even you were a 12th. How did you solve that particular angle then?
So basically, I had the rule that I'll focus on one thing at a time.
Okay.
So like when exams were approaching, my school exams were approaching, then I was focused towards my boards. But otherwise, when like the school exams, there was some time, then I would focus more towards my IPMAT preparation only.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Everyone talks about revision in before your final month approaches.
Yes.
But what exactly did your revision plan look like that point of time? Did you build it topic wise, error log based, or something else?
So topic wise, like
Okay.
I first wrote down all the topics that are part of the syllabus. Then every day I covered one topic of quants and one topic of VA. Like if the topic of quants was very easy, I would combine two easy topics of quants in one day. So that's how I did it, and like I was able to finish the revision in 10-15 days.
I'm quite sure these are very insightful questions. Students, whoever are listening to us right now, wherever you are right now, self-studying, studying with some coaching institute, studying with Supergrads, all are going to get benefited out of it. I would recommend all of you to pause this particular video. Just bring your pen and pad and jot down whatever Raghav is telling you. If it works out well for you, you may implement it. If it doesn't, you will leave it. That's the suggestion that I'm going to give to all the students who are listening to us right now. Now, next question is, how did you balance your board exams and IPM prep? I think बहुत आसान question है, but उतना ही difficult answer होता है इसका. And the question continues, without letting either suffer, did you follow a dual track schedule or seasonal focus model?
Yes, sir. I already told you seasonal focus.
Seasonal focus.
Like
Okay.
in months of April, May, June, my entire focus was on my IPMAT preparation.
Okay.
Like when August came in, September came in, then I started studying for boards and my school exams. And again in December, January, February, I was completely focused on my board exams. In the months between, my focus was definitely on IPMAT.
All right. What was one unpopular decision you made during prep?
Yes, sir.
अगर हो तो तभी आंसर करना.
Yes, sir.
Maybe skipping a chapter, limiting mocks, or ignoring peer competition, which turned out to be right in hindsight. थोड़ा सा.
Okay, I have to think about that.
Or you may skip this question as well.
I never covered trigonometry, and it was no like serious question from trigonometry.
All
The
right.
questions were very easy, so I am happy about that.
But it was a blessing in disguise for
Yes,
him.
sir,
May
I
not be
did not
for
cover like
others.
inverse trigonometry, that topics that never comes in IPMAT. Like there were one or two questions in the past, but I chose to ignore it, and that never came. Like in coordinate also, I skipped parabola, hyperbola, and ellipse. That also didn't come in the exam. So
Guys, I would recommend you बिल्कुल ये वाला क्वेश्चन का आंसर मत सुनना, बाकी जितना बताया
Yes, sir.
सिर्फ उतना सुनना, ठीक है? वो तो लकीली ये चीज इसके फेवर में काम कर गई, बट हम लोग ने नहीं बोला था इसको, ठीक है? ये खुद की इसकी चाल थी, ठीक है? All right, now there must have been moments where doubt crept in, where the rank you got felt impossible. What exactly did you tell yourself during those days to keep going? So क्या lowest point था क्या पहले तो?
Yes, sir.
हो सकता है कि यार सब कुछ रोजी रहा हो.
नहीं
था रोजी?
Like I did score like 130, 140 in a few mocks.
Oh, did you?
But like my lowest score was around 140.
Guys, somebody who scored over and above 270 marks, मैं disclose नहीं करूंगा इसके marks, 270 के ऊपर थे बस, इतना बता रहा हूँ. वो ये कह रहा है आपसे कि उसने 131 भी स्कोर किए. So there is a chance of improvement. आप सोच के देखो, into 2 होता है 270 के ऊपर, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what
like
happened after that?
My low score was close to 140.
140.
And the thing I did was like at that time I did not take too much tension for it because like I know that my personality, like I tried to take too much pressure, too much stress.
Okay.
So I was like for 1-2 days I cooled off and then after that analyzed that, looked at my mistakes and then after that.
अच्छा तुम एनालिसिस को डिले कर देते थे?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
अब वैसे अगर अच्छा मॉक जाए तो एनालिसिस उसी दिन होनी है और अगर खराब जाए तो भैया भाड़ में जाए, बाद में देखते हैं उसको, 1-2 दिन तक. ओके, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन एंड लास्ट लॉन्ग फॉर्म क्वेश्चन, देन हम थोड़े स्पेसिफिक सेगमेंट पे आएंगे. लुकिंग बैक नाउ, व्हाट्स वन थिंग एस्पिरेंट्स वेस्ट टू मच टाइम वरिंग अबाउट एंड वन थिंग दे इग्नोर बट शुड फोकस ऑन वे मोर अकॉर्डिंग टू यू? थिंक एंड
like yes sir. One thing that they ignore and one thing they should focus more on. Like if
मतलब वरी बहुत करते हैं जिस चीज पे, और होना नहीं चाहिए इतना वरी.
Like if I have to give one generalized answer, focus more on your weaknesses.
Okay.
Less on your strengths because IPMAT Indore is not one paper; it is 3 exams. You have to clear the sectional cutoff of each exam.
Right.
There is sectional time, there is sectional cutoff. So my initial plan as 12th was कि quants में मैं जितना score उतना करूँगा, VA में बस कट ऑफ क्लियर करना है.
अच्छा.
बट इन द एंड इट वाज VA दैट हेल्प मी बूस्ट माय स्कोर. सो डोंट एवर थिंक दैट वीकनेस पे फोकस नहीं करना, स्ट्रेंथ पे करना, स्ट्रेंथ को इंप्रूव करना है. इंस्टेड वीकनेस पे ज्यादा फोकस करो.
अपना VA का स्कोर डिस्क्लोज कर दो बस.
141.
एंड ये वही बच्चा है जिसने इनिशियली आई थिंक आप लोगों ने अगर देखा हो वीडियो जिसमें हमने डिस्कस किया, ही क्लियरली मेंशंस दैट VA वाज हिज वीकेस्ट सेक्शन. सही बात भी है, इट वाज हिज वीकेस्ट सेक्शन. ही केम आउट विद फ्लाइंग कलर्स इन दैट. फाइनल में क्वांट को बीट क्या कर रहा है, VA कर रहा है. See, that's the difference that he has created.
VA is generally more scoring also, right? Than quants.
Yeah, right. That is also the reason, perhaps, because of that. So 3 one-word answer. ज़्यादा सोचना नहीं है, ठीक है?
Yes.
Quick. Your biggest strength in the exam hall.
Quants, MCQ.
Most underestimated topic in IPMAT.
Geometry.
Supergrads mentors who made a lasting impact.
Sana ma'am and Nil sir.
Rapid fire questions, engaging, relatable, and quick. Mocks or actual exam, which was tougher and why?
Both were tough in their own right. Like actual exam was tough because of the pressure, not because of the syllabus at that moment. Yes.
What was that one habit that separated you from the average aspirant? अब इसको सोच के बोलना.
Yes.
Humble होके आंसर मत देना because I know that you are very humble. But
Yes.
कहीं ना कहीं इसका आंसर तुम्हारे माइंड में होगा.
Sir, as I said yesterday, you also asked me a question yesterday only. Like the answer that I gave was like my structured preparation.
Right.
Like every month or 2, I just wrote down the whole syllabus, divided into topics, and then covered some topics every day. So like every month or 2, I was getting the revision of the whole syllabus.
Okay.
So before a mock, that is very beneficial. Okay. Like जो fresh रहता है ना दिमाग में, that definitely improves the score.
All right, guys. I think मेरे set of questions इतने ही थे. I want that crowd should. ये crowd show है, तो crowd questions पूछे. मैंने बहुत सोच के ही क्वेश्चंस लिखे थे. आई होप अच्छे थे क्वेश्चंस, राइट? ठीक है. कुछ क्वेश्चंस आपकी तरफ से आने चाहिए. गाइस रेज द हैंड जिसको भी सबसे पहले क्वेश्चन पूछना है. टेल योर नेम फर्स्ट एंड देन शूट. बस. या प्लीज टेल योर नेम एंड देन आस्क द क्वेश्चन. या.
Hello Raghav. First I have to ask that what was your stream in class 11th and 12th?
Commerce with applied maths.
So he was a commerce guy, guys. Okay, with applied mathematics.
Applied maths.
So, were you constant throughout the year? If let's keep board aside and focus on IPM, Were you constant throughout the year, or there was some time when you clutched your preparation?
नहीं, constant तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं था. Like in 12th starting, I was getting higher scores like in the November or December period. But I would say like my score started improving in 2025 by a lot. Like I got much more serious this year as compared to last year and even last to last year.
Guys, raise your hands, please. Yes, we have one question. Please, mic pass कर दें उधर. Mic चालू हो देखना ना. Please be a bit loud. Yeah.
My name is Ashley.
Hello.
I'm a non-math student.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask, like, I gave IPMAT Indore full-length mock, and I was unable to, like, I didn't see much of arithmetic and algebra. And what is usually said that if you ace arithmetic and algebra, you will be able to clear the cutoff at least. So is it true that if you are a non-math student, is like it's definitely hard for you to
Yes.
ace the quant section?
Hmm.
So what will be your take on it for a non-math student?
Like IPMAT exam pattern is changing. Like for this question only, I yesterday checked the IPMAT in the 2025 question paper, because like during the actual exam you don't notice like how many question is from each topic. In QA MCQ there were only 3 questions from arithmetic.
Okay.
So like basically there is little to no arithmetic. IPMAT Indore wants to give more questions from geometry and algebra. So like definitely you can clear the exam if you are from non-maths, but you have to focus on the topic which IPMAT is actually asking. The topics are
But trend नहीं होता ना. जैसे you are yourself saying कि trend नहीं है. Trend change हो रहा है.
yes sir.
कहीं ना कहीं. So I think then what will be your answer?
Sir last 2 years से तो same ही रहा है.
Last 2 years से
24 and 25 में arithmetic बिल्कुल भी नहीं आया.
नहीं आया.
Yes sir. Basically Euclidean geometry बहुत ज़्यादा increase कर गया है, lines, angles, triangles बहुत ज़्यादा increase कर गया है, and algebra बहुत ज़्यादा increase करा है. So focus on these topics. Like 1 or 2 questions of number system also come, and they're very solvable. So focus on that too, number system.
Algebra, number system, and
Geometry, Euclidean especially, and coordinate में lines and circles. Yes.
Anyone else? Please. Yeah. You can start. No problem.
Good afternoon. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
And second of all, I like your weak point was verbal ability.
Yes.
Mine is quants. I am a math student, but my problem is that I can understand the concept, but when I see the question, I kind of get blanked, and I don't know how to proceed further with the question, or like
Yes, yes.
So how do I, as a non-math student, how do I improve my quants?
So like in which chapter do you face this problem generally?
I think arithmetic mostly. Like,
Arithmetic.
yeah.
And I think
mostly.
she will be in the initial phase of preparation right now.
I'm in 11th.
She's in 11th
Okay,
standard.
you are in 11th.
Yeah,
So
she's
you
in
have
11th.
a lot of time to improve right now.
Yeah.
So you can basically break down arithmetic into various topics. Like you have working time, you have simple interest, compound interest, you have various topics in arithmetic. And in each topic, like there are only 5 to 7 question types which are asked. So like if you understand each question type, so what question type is being asked, what it is asked from you in that question type. So after that, it will get much easier for you. So focus on topics and also question types in each topic. So there are only 5 to 7 question types in each topic, and you have ample of time right now.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So we have a mixed blend of students over here, but from 11th, and I think you're a dropper, right? Yeah, please introduce yourself and ask.
Hello, my name is Parinata Sharma, and I want to ask that during your preparation over the whole year, so did you just follow one specific strategy, or did you modify it over the period of time?
Definitely modified it over time.
So how like
हाँ, इसको थोड़ा deep में
course-
बताना कैसे? क्योंकि because I think this is something that students should know. I mean, fantastic question being asked. I molded the strategy is a very generic answer.
Yes, sir.
How did I do?
I was about to
Yeah.
explain that.
नहीं,
only.
मेरी आदत हो गई है ना, कल से हम तेरा वेंटर हो तो छेड़ूंगा तो थोड़ा सा तो.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
बोलो.
Like initially, like 2 things I remember that out of that. First of all, my question approaching order. First of all, initially in verbal ability, I started with para completion, para jumble, because they are the most difficult topic. But by the end, these were the questions that I attempted at the last. Like reading comprehension, then grammar and vocabulary, then para completion, para jumble. So I completely changed my order by the last moment. And in QMCQ also, DILR I used to attempt initially first, then I put it at the last portion. So order I changed, and how many attempts I make. Like initially I was scared to make an attempt when I was like 50-50 about it. But at the end, I got more confident about it. I started attempting more and more. So like even if I was like 50-50 on a question, I would try to attempt it. So these were some of the things that I changed about my strategy. And I definitely think you should also try a few things here and there too, because sometimes it does work out, like the changes.
So strategy should be based on the topics or on the period of a time, that we have to complete these type of topics in this much period of time, or we have to basically complete only these type of particular topics.
No, basically both of them. Like first of all, you have to determine in which order you have to attempt the questions. Like for me, it was reading comprehension, then grammar vocabulary, then para-completion, para-jumble. And also I had made time for each of them. Like for reading comprehension, it was like 7 minutes per RC. That was like the max I would take. And after that, grammar and vocabulary, in that I don't look at the time. Like question takes only like 10 to 20 seconds. So basically that I attempt very fast. And in para-completion, para-jumble, I try to minimize it to like 1 to 2 minutes per question. Yes.
Last question.
Okay.
So can you tell me one habit academically and non-academically as well to just keep ourselves more focused throughout the whole preparation?
अच्छा, पहली बात तो नो नीड टू कॉल मी, लाइक सर भी 1 साल पहले मैं यहीं पे बैठा था, ऑनलाइन कोचिंग करी है मैंने भी ना. तो फिर उसके अलावा हैबिट नॉन अकेडमिकली रीड मोर एंड मोर. लाइक फॉर मी VA वाज माय वीक पॉइंट, सो आई यूज्ड टू रीड 1 EON essay every day. So that helped me improve my verbal ability a lot. So find that one weakness and make it into your strength by doing it even when you are not studying, like practicing it by some kind of habit. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So second round जो already पूछ चुके हैं उनको बाद में देंगे, जो पहले पूछ रहे हैं first उसको अपन दे देते हैं, ठीक है? Yeah, please ask. Tell your name first, then ask.
My name is Vartika. What was the most unexpected question they asked you in PI and how did you respond?
Yeah, female leaders in neighboring countries, female political leaders. I said initially I cannot recall. They say you have to try. I said ex-political leader Sheikh Hasina. Current I can't recall.
Thank you.
That was the most unexpected question.
Anyone else who wishes to ask? Yeah. I wanted some questions from parents and teachers
Yes,
as
ma'am.
well. We'll take them as well. And
So-
Ravi sir in particularly, I'm waiting from your side. Yeah.
How self-driven were you, or did you have your parents chasing after you? Okay, sit and study and
I can answer
that.
Ma'am,
I'll answer it on his behalf. His mom has lived his journey better than him. So, yesterday we were having lunch together and she just spoke about the journey. Everything. Trust me on this. If your parents are someone who are actually being very vigilant और आप लोग को अभी बोर कर रहे होंगे यार कितना पीछे पढ़ते हैं and all that, फिर ऑल इंडिया रैंक 3 तभी मिलेगी. So parents have larger roles to play, ma'am. And not only this, you can see every parent, whoever there is on that particular screen. So शायद कैमरा में नहीं दिख रहा होगा, यहाँ पर हमने हर parent की भी तस्वीर लगाई हुई है students के सामने. Every parent has played role. And I have interviewed everyone, so I know that parents' role is really, really, really crucial, even more than students.
I am ready to play the role,
Yeah.
provided the child is ready to, you know.
Child may be ready,
I-
may not be ready. So we have had some badmash kids also. We have had very सीधा kids like Raghav. But yes, दोनों ने crack किया है in last 3-4 years. Yeah. All right.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you. Sir, I think आप दिख नहीं रहे होंगे कैमरा में. अगर आपको थोड़ा सा
Okay, थोड़ा सा.
सामने आना पड़ेगा, रवि sir.
First of all, congratulations. I mean,
Sir,
AIR
एक
3.
second. I'll just hold you और ये edit भी हो जाएगा. If you can come and sit over here for some time and ask
yes.
this question. No problem. I think Ravi sir, guys, आप मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे होंगे. He can sit and ask the question.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me introduce to the audiences. Ravi sir is FMS Delhi pass out and one of the very prominent faculty of Delhi centers over here in Delhi. Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you, sir, for that introduction. So, Raghav, first of all, congratulations. You know, AIR 3 is no easy feat. And it's a great feat. So, I think I'll ask you 2 or 3 questions, right? First of all, you said that when you started your preparation, you were on the lower end of your preparation, right? 130 maximum score RD3.
No,
And then
that
you-
was somewhere in the middle. Like
Somewhere in the
initially,
middle,
I
actually.
was scoring around 160, 170.
160.
But one bad mock there was like 140.
140, and then you went. So, what kept you confident throughout the journey, and what pushed you forward to improve your score and take it above 270 plus?
Yes, sir. I initially knew that my biggest weakness is VA only. Like once
Okay.
I looked at my question papers, I looked at IPMAT in the actual cutoffs. They are like VA cutoff is very high compared to what I'm scoring,
Yes.
even though I'm able to clear the Quants one.
Yes.
That made me realize that VA is something that I can work on, and if I improve my marks from this to this, then my marks will improve. Like they will go 200 plus, then they will go 220 plus. So imagining all of those things, and then just working on VA for some time, I like attended classes, I give worksheets, I solved books questions from that. So that helped me improve my score, and that the factor that only VA was the part which was my weakness, that kept me confident that I knew this is my weakness and I have to work upon it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And people, there's a lot of takeaway from this answer. You have to realize when you are aiming for the goal, you have to focus on achieving the goal no matter whatever it takes to achieve the goal, right? You can't assume that, I'll only do things that I like and I would not do things that I don't like. When he talked about reading and all, right? Even though a lot of time, we as teachers, we repeat in the class that you have to read, but you have to read. It's only when you actually sit down and read, and at that time, there's no teacher going to be there.
Yeah.
And you actually have to do it. So do what is right to achieve the goal, rather than, just focusing on doing what you like. And the like person, you have to change yourself as well when you want to achieve a goal.
Yeah.
So now my second question is, you mentioned VA a lot. So how did you motivate yourself to learn vocabulary?
Vocabulary, like I had given up all hope initially, because I am not the kind of person who like I'm reading a passage and will just look up a word. But then I read Word Par Made Easy. Like that book completely shifted my mindset about vocabulary. Like that made me think that how important is a good vocabulary for your image and for your like personality overall. So that completely changed my perception, and the way it explains each word, that made me more interested in vocabulary.
Particularly the root word method
Yes,
of
the
learning.
root word method and the stories that it told, like how did a word come. So like how gauche is related to your left hand and dexterity is related to your right hand.
Okay, fair enough. So when you were preparing, did you know you would get rank 3?
Like when I would score a good score in a mock, then I would think like maybe I can get like a good rank. But when I would score a bad mock, then I would think like nahi hone wala, kuch nahi hone wala. So my maximum
Selection होगा भी कि नहीं?
when I would get a bad score, then my thought would be like that.
So, there's always going to be doubts, when you're preparing for competitive exams. Unlike board, there's no definite syllabus out there. But,
Yes.
is the consistency, the patience that you require to achieve that goal. That is, I think, very important. You need to believe in yourself, right? And continue till the end of the journey. Just focus on raising yourself every day.
Yes.
And when the exam comes, you kind of perform better, and you never know, you can actually get a rank 3 at the end of the day.
Yes.
Isn't it? Right.
Exactly.
So here I'll just end it with one shairi,
sure,
because
yeah.
students need to love my shairis a lot. There's a very famous saying in Sufism, खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर के पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. So the focus is to raise yourself to such a level that when the day of distribution of gifts comes, God gives everybody what they want, but when God comes to you, it is then when God asks you, what is it exactly you want? That's what the philosophy behind competitive exams. That's
Thank you, Sir Ravi sir, for adding a lot of flavor to this particular conversation. I think Raghav, students, handful of students could come over here. बहुत short notice में ये session हमने plan किया, but we wanted that this should at least go on media so that students learn a lot from it. I think कल का जो तुम्हारा session था वो journey specific था, but
Yes,
this session is going to be really, really helpful for these kids who are
Yes,
listening to us right now. बहुत ज़्यादा intriguing questions हमने पूछे आपसे,
Yes.
जिसमें शायद राघव भी प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं थे. वो अपनी जर्नी को बैक ट्रैक करके कहीं ना कहीं अपनी सबकॉन्शियस ब्रेन से आंसर निकालते थे आप सबके लिए, राइट? एंड सम पेरेंट्स एडेड अ फ्लिंस. हमको ये इस पर्टिकुलर सेशन में यूट्यूब पे देख रहे हैं, उन सबके लिए एक बहुत अच्छी गिफ्ट मेरी तरफ से. आस्क द क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम राघव इन द कमेंट सेक्शंस एंड मैं अपनी टीम से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि एक साथ पूरा डॉक बनाकर राघव को भेज दीजिएगा सो दैट ही कैन आंसर देम बिकॉज ही टोल्ड मी yesterday it's his moral responsibility now that students should uplift and this is the final thing that we need from you, Raghav. And thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Raghav. It has been a wonderful support.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.